Hello everyone, hope you're doing well, happy Friday and all that bollocks. So, I thought I wanted to do, before I finish the arena over the weekend, an updated junk tutorial. This more centering around actually decorating with junk, as in physically the act of doing it rather than the theory behind it. Plus, I'm pretty sure, since the last patch, and since, after my last video on junk, that a lot of the issues surrounding it have actually been solved to the point where I haven't had any problems whatsoever. Look, I mean, I'll show you if you go into, like, say, the workshop house over here. I've got shit everywhere. Quite elaborate shit, in fact. Carrots in boxes. Fridges stock full of meaty and not so meaty goodness. Canned dog food. Go over to my house over here. Smash into Ada because you got to do that. Open my security gate. And here, so I've got Nuka-Colas up there. I forgot to do my top shelf, but I did just kind of stuff shit in there. Luxury coffee pots on side, hot plates. That was not particularly very difficult to put on there. Actually, it was really easy. Nuka-Colas in there. I'm slowly collecting all of some of the unique items in the game as well. Anchorage. This is Treasures of Jamaica Plain. Loads of shit in there. Todd Howard, obviously. And that kind of thing. And, oh, this is Sean's room as well. Looks pretty grand. So, basically, there are two instances where I've noticed items flying everywhere. And it's now a little bit more obvious. So, it's not kind of like a weird theory. It's just basically two instances where items will fly everywhere. Dickheads like Ada here, smashing into them and knocking them over. And you putting an item in an area that it can't rest comfortably, and what it does, I tried to replicate it, but it seems to just happen when you're trying to squeeze an item in an area it doesn't fit. So let's try with these potato chips a second. Let's get it at a funny angle. Let's get it like that. If I get it stuck. Basically, it gets nah, I can't do it. It gets stuck. I had it with these shelves quite a bit. When I put it in kind of tighter areas, and items, you'll know when it happens. I can't replicate. I tried to shoot in this video before, and I spent ages trying to replicate the damn thing. I'm not going to fuck around with it this time. Basically, when you're placing an item, if it looks like it's stuck and you can't move it for a second, don't move. It will just reset its position, right? And that's the only instance. Also, maybe when you're putting... I had trouble when I put a flask on a beaker stand. And what actually happened, it wasn't that it flew everywhere, but because of the position of the beaker on the flask... the beaker on the stand, it was slightly vibrating. And what happened was it slowly moved across the desk as I was walking around Sanctuary. When I came back, it felt falling off the table. But mostly, just pretty much, it's only like when I tried to set up my little science area with a beaker and a Bunsen burner when it was a problem. For placking the fridges, anything like that, it was absolutely fine. Putting junk on shelves, grand as they come. Now, it's pretty easy to do as well. So I'm gonna, because I've decorated most of that. I'm basically, this is my other my own personal one you all know about. I'm basically decorating inside of all the houses. So now I've got Jun, Marcy's, and Voltec Duty's house. I'm doing their fridge. So now what I do first, before I drop my junk everywhere, is I put a table down. The reason being is because it's so much easier to actually place the items in the workshop first to get them straight, and actually then move them manually. So let's I've got a load of food ready, so let's do Blanca mac cheese. Let's do canned dog food, because that's all I'm going to allow Martha to eat. Shove it in a stupid, miserable, bloody face. Let's get a cram. Is this meat or cram does not sound appealing at all. It's like ancient corned beef, I think. Dandy boy apples. Generally, actually, I'll leave it there, actually, because that is quite a lot of stuff. Normally, I do, like, one style at a time. So what I do, basically, is this table is temporary, and I basically place the items down, kind of get them nice and straight, because when you pick an item up from the workshop, it'll immediately put it in its default position. So it just makes it easier to play. So let's just quickly do this. We'll pack the fridge up. I'm not going to get the labels are facing forward because fuck it, I can't be asked. And plus, in my house, I don't actually have labels facing forward because I'm an anarchist and I'm really lazy. Or just the cans. Codsworth, I will... Yeah, you get out, Codsworth. You fabulous bastard. So, cram. Codsworth. I don't need help. But to us, weirdly enough, like, even, you know, companions like that, it was only, like, I had the trouble with... I accidentally forgot to dismiss Ada, and she, in my house, I have an umbrella stand, and she, like, one of these as well, hat stand, she did knock it over, but, like, she was smashing into the shelf, and she wasn't knocking it over. So, like, now it's all placed. Now, most of you probably know how to grab items, so on PS4, it's hold X, it's all very, got it held, I think Xbox it's hold A, and I'm pretty sure PC it's hold E. Now, I don't know the controls for this on PS4, on Xbox and PC, so someone please leave a comment description to comment in the comments to kind of tell us, because I don't know what it is. But on PS4, if I'm now holding it outside the workshop, if I use the right and left trigger, I'll do this, yeah? If I press in, so click in the left bumper, it will change the axis. Right? And it goes through 3. All grand, very simple. So now, and it's really quite simple. You don't even have to be too kind of careful with it. I'd recommend normally, obviously I'm not going to do it this time, but you recommend quick saving. And what I tend to do is I do like a section and then I quick save, because basically, even though you can't, you know, it doesn't like fall through the floor anymore, you can just like, you know, accidentally just run in and just smash it over, because they obviously knock into each other. I remember when I did that on a Fallout 3 back in the day when it first released, and I decorated the house you get in Megaton like this, and I once just like, I think it was a hand grenade, and I just knocked all of my ammo over. I was very upset because I hadn't saved in ages. Let's put my dog food. I might actually label this Marcy at some point. Can't be asked to do it right now. And this won't fall through. This will just stay there permanently forever. Until I actually, you know, like, unless I actually, like, smash it. Like, if I try once again. That was me, like, properly sprinting into it. And I just kind of knocked it over a little bit. But it's not too bad, you know? Like, basically, it's realistic. If you were to sprint into your fridge at home, you'd probably knock over the stuff in the inside. But you don't have to be too cautious. I'll do some weirder ramps. I'll just do these items first. Then I'll put some bottles down and kind of show you kind of just how other things work. You can also, because one thing I do now that I've got this, it really makes the whole... I'm not going to decorate all my settlements like this. What I'm going to do, I've decided, because I've got this little save I'm doing now, you know, my little, what I call my personal save. So I'm kind of outside YouTube, but I quite like showing you stuff that I build. So what I'm going to do is actually... It won't be in the schedule, but anytime I finish a settlement, I might just do a tour on it, because these ones on this save will be decorated with junk. The other ones probably won't, just because usually my other settlements, they're way too big to make it feasible to then decorate with junk, whereas this playthrough, what I'm deliberately doing, with the exception of Sanctuary here, is deliberately using minimal space. For example, 10 Pines is literally going to be that one house, and then a tight wall, so then I doesn't have to, you know, it won't be too much of a chore for me to... This is the wrong way around. Okay, maybe I will actually be a little bit obsessive and have it so the labels are facing the right way. I don't give a shit about the dog food, because it's Marcy's. Right, there we go. Okay, so let's get some more stuff. Got some Nuka-Colas in here, so I'll show you them. Right, so, same with Nuka-Colas. These are obviously a little bit more awkward. I love the Nuka-Cola Quantums because they just really stand out. Let's just pop them there. I definitely recommend, I mean, you can still, because obviously, like, now things don't fall through. If you want to, you can decorate them like this. But it just tends to be that you need quite a wider surface area, like putting them on shelves, for example. Tends to be quite awkward doing it like this. So let's put a cherry. Boop. That was me, my sound I make when I crouch, by the way, because I'm totally manly. There we go. This is for Vault Tech guy, Marcy and Jun. You're not allowed Coke. Coke is for winners. You're Fucking losers. See? Look, it just... I thought that was going to fall forward. And it's really simple to do. I just think with all the errors and bugs that we've had with junk, you know, ooh, careful, don't forget to put it down. That's how you knock things off when you think it's placed. There we go. And see, that'll be fine. That will not move. It's all grand. What I'll do now, I'm going to show you something cool. So you can actually have quite a lot of fun with this. Boop. Yeah, I don't just generally carry around a plastic pumpkin. There is a point to this. So we're going to make a party trick-or-treat little stash. And one more. I think it generally can fit about 5. Okay. So this is something I love doing, by the way. Home plate, which I didn't want to show just because I might do like a full junk decorated tour of home plate. But to be honest, it's just I don't have any space to decorate anymore because it's completely packed full of junk. Those of you on Twitter have already seen it. Ooh. Careful. Boop. I'm going to show you something. There's a point to this as well. I'm not just kind of like doing something cool. I want to show you how when you have items inside or on other items, it does actually affect the way you carry them. It's going to be awkward because when I pick this up, it's going to be... I can carry it, but I have to be quite careful. Now also, sometimes when you do this, you'll have the item vibrate, as I mentioned earlier. So you have to kind of just check it to make sure it's not... Pumpkins are generally fine, but I said with my beaker and me Bunsen burner stand, I did have a little bit of a nightmare. See, do you see that move right there? Because the items are getting settled. Now, the good thing with a pumpkin is you can solve this quite easily. We'll go without that one there. See, those are moving. You see them moving around? That's what happens. That's what's making your items fall on the floor, by the way. If you've got an item in the wrong position and so it's shunting itself around, that's why your items are flying everywhere. But you can very visibly notice it if you stare at the item for a second. Whoop. And now, boop. And voila. It just kind of resets. It settles everything, basically. Now, you might get instances where when you do something like this, you know, it might fly around a little bit. So it just kind of quite... it might fly around a little bit, but generally you can kind of tell if you just watch the item. Like, with my Bunsen burner in my wee little lab area, I could see it, like, jittering around. But there we go. Yeah, just a little thing. As I said, so you can change the axis. I recommend plopping a table down to get everything kind of straightened. But basically, just go nuts now, guys. It is so fun. You can have some real good fun with this. I recommend with your own little house, if you want to be absolutely sure, just put a locked door so people can't go in. And you can basically just go sick. I've been collecting all of the unique items. As I said, I got the Treasures of Jamaica plane in there, which is really cool. And in this playthrough, I haven't done... because this is actually not my other one. I've actually now restarted again. I haven't done any of the main quests at all, so I'm literally finishing Sanctuary before I do any questing, and then I'm just going to basically collect all of the cool items from my adventures, which is kind of RP-wise quite fun. Alright, I'm going to have... I try and finish the arena on the weekend. I'm also, because I haven't actually downloaded it, I'm going to download it after this video, the Survival 1.5 patch has dropped today. I'm gonna start streaming. I'm gonna basically stream a survival playthrough. It'll be I don't want to do like a let's play because I don't particularly enjoy them. Just in terms of YouTube videos, but it's more suited for a stream. So basically, I've got a Twitch channel set up. It's a no_respawns. There should be a link at the top. I'll put a link in the description, and also there's a link on my Twitter as well. That should be on the weekend at some point, Saturday or Sunday. What I'll do is I'll just tweet out a little kind of, right, stream's happening. I think I've got everything set up. No camera yet, though, just because I don't own one. But I have my microphone, and I'm going to have my the chat visible so I can actually chat to you guys, and we can, you know, have some mad banter. Apologise to my fellow Brits for saying banter, by the way. Please don't execute me. All right, you all take care. Talk to you soon.